Hey guys, how are you doing? Remember me, Coach B. Wiley. Now, before I get started, I have the ring light on, guys, but let me show you what that looks like. The mask. So we're gonna do this in natural light. As you can see, there's a different background. First of all, I have not been on here to record a video in probably, I don't know, at least a month. So if you haven't seen my videos before now, just fast forward. My name is Coach B. Wiley. I'm a certified professional life coach. I intake clients. Clients pay me to address their relationship issues, dating dilemmas. If they're going through a breakup, they come to me. What else do I do? Communication. I talk all about communication. And recently there was a flood. Well, in July, there was a flood in St. Louis, and I lost more than half of my stuff, probably about 85 to 90% of my stuff. I did a video about that. Check that out. And then now I'm coming back because I'm making a comeback, and I will be officially back to do multiple videos a week. So first of all, guys, how are you doing? Second of all, what have you been doing? I came on here just to do a little B Wiley behind the scenes. And let me tell you something. First and foremost, those of you who are going through the struggle, the best news, the best information I can tell you is to keep putting one foot in front of the other, no matter what. Make sure you keep praying every day about the things you need, and everything will begin to fall in place slowly but surely, as long as you're actively doing what's required of you while you're praying. Now, after the flood and everything, I ended up being displaced. Me and my son, we lived in my cousin's basement for 7 weeks. And I did show up on my TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, Coach B. Wiley on all things. And it was so detrimental to my mental health to not to be able to be in the sunshine every day. And I know you're like, well, you locked in the basement? No, I wasn't. However, when you're living in other people's houses, you have to follow their rules. And their house was set up a certain way. And due to that, and due to just the flood, losing my car, losing my townhouse, I lost all of my school memories other than the ones that are probably at like my grandparents' house or my mother's house. But like, the senior memory book that you get, that's gone. Any kind of letters from college, any kind of books that I kept, any kind of school memory that I have had since I started school in general, gone. I didn't have my diplomas or my degree down there. That I always kept in my closet on display. And so, other than that, my mental health was really being dragged through the mud. I still was accepting clients. I never stopped accepting clients because that is what I do. That helps me, that gives me life, helping people. So I was still doing that, but at one point I didn't have a car at all. And even when I got a rental car, I still couldn't do my side hustle as rideshare. So then I wasn't getting a lot of income coming in. I was getting income, but not a large amount that I'm used to. So then that can take a toll on you. FEMA did kick in. However, I had so many expenses from losing my stuff, getting that stuff moved out, moving it to storage, getting a new car, all the things that come with that, down payments, then finding a new place. And moving is not cheap. So we're in my new place. As you can see, this is a different background, obviously, from what you've seen before. We got a fireplace going on back there. I got a little table set up right there. I don't have any furniture. I've been looking for a sectional. I have all my tables. Like, I'm just needing a washer and dryer and a sectional. But outside of that, I have my tables in my living room. I got my dining table, and I got some decor. But I'm going to get a couch for Black Friday because I've already been looking, and the prices are right. But other than that, if you haven't been on here, if you're wondering what is going on, here I am. And so I'm going to keep moving forward with dating, relationship, breakup, communication. And side note, I'm starting a new YouTube channel. It's coming this year. And I don't know if it's going to be called Books and Bargains with B. Wiley or what, but that page isn't going to be anything about life coaching. It's just going to be all about books that I've read. It's almost like I want to do a book review channel. And then I'm going to add on bargains in there too because I love a good bargain. Take, for example, this Champion hoodie. I got this from Plato's Closet. This hoodie might have been $10 or less. This headband that I have on, got it from the hair store, which doubles as a face mask as well. So that'll be coming up this year, and I'm excited about that channel because I probably will do like a book of the week. And every time I go on there, I'll give you like the outfit of the day and what kind of discount I got. But as of right now, the reason why I was gone so long is because I was dealing with all the things that comes from literally being flooded out of your house, moving into somebody else's house, moving into my house, this apartment, right? And now I've downsized to an apartment. I'm not in a townhouse. Speaking of, so let me give y'all a little story. So the day that I moved out, we moved out of my cousin's house. And let me tell y'all before I tell y'all this story, I have been through hell. I'm talking about literal hell. Like, life ain't gonna always be perfect. Of course not. However, this whole year has been hell. Let me just put it out there. It absolutely has for me. You might not be able to tell from my videos and when I show up on my Instagram stories, but it has 110% been one of the worst years of my life. At this point, I pray to God, it stops here. All the nonsense. However, the day that we moved, all right, so I met the movers at the storage unit. Thank God for U-Haul because they did pay for the storage unit for 1 month. I had it for 2 months, but they did pay for 1 month. And so anyway, so I meet the movers, and let this be a lesson, guys. I only needed 2 movers. Why? Because we were only moving our bedroom stuff. We didn't have nothing else. We just had our bedroom stuff in boxes, and what was in the boxes was like stuff out of the bathroom, or I put some of my shoes or something like that. But other than that, it's literally the heaviest stuff was the beds, the dressers. That's it. So all I needed was 2 movers. So they show up. He tries to talk me into 3. I say no. Why? Because I'm on a budget and I have to move. Literally, I'm moving, and that's thousands of dollars to move. And so he said, okay. So then they only moved 1 of my storage units. We had 2 of the smallest storage units. So one of the storage units was literally filled with the big, heavy bedroom stuff, the furniture. The other one was just boxes and my dining room table. Like my tables that was in my living room, trash. It was just boxes and my dining room table. So about 20 boxes, my dining room table. Get it in your mind, I'm saying it for a reason. So all right, they only move 1 of the storage units. Then we get to the apartment I was to move in, and I'm looking around because I had looked in it before they got there, and it looked like it had been bombed. And what I mean by that is, have you ever had like water bugs, spiders, caterpillars, any kind of bug, just not roach, but just any kind of bug in your house, and you're like, let's go ahead and bomb the house. When I was growing up, I never saw a bug in the house, other than a water bug in Arkansas. There used to be water bugs that would get in every now and then. But other than that, there was no bugs whatsoever, ever. And so I know about bombing a house. You bomb a house. My mother would bomb the house. I guess that's why we never saw no bugs, because she always bombed it. She got them before they even could get in. Got ahead of it. So anyway, so I go in there, and when you bomb, you will see whatever bug is in there, stopped in their tracks, dead. So I went in there into the primary bathroom, and there was a roach, a dead roach on the counter. I was like, what the? So, all right. So then I look over in the bathtub, and I was like, there was like another roach. It was dead. So then I go over to the second bathroom, same scene, except it was a spider over in there, but this same scene. I'm like, did they bug this place? Did they bomb this place? Then I looked in the kitchen, and one of the cabinets was pulled open. It was a dead roach in there. And I'm like, what is going on now? Now I'm scratching my head like, what is going on? I assumed, which I always teach my clients not to do, but me, here I go. I assumed that they just bombed the place. So I was just like, all right, whatever. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they bomb everything before they move someone in. That just lets you know where my mindset was. I was so desperate and thankful and desperate. Desperate is the word. I was so desperate and just wanting to move out of that basement, out of other people's space so bad that I almost moved into a 1-bedroom. I was literally looking at 1-bedroom apartments because my mental health just couldn't take it in the basement. And so anyway, I'll come back to that basement part. So anyway, I get in there, I'm like, all right, whatever. It's not really clicking, like, okay, maybe something's wrong. So now the movers, fast forward, the movers are moving me in. And then I call her because my mother was like, make sure the oven works and the stove works, because the stove was outdated. She was like, make sure it works. And I was like, all right. So I cut the oven on. I want to check it. I checked to see if it's getting hot. As soon as I pulled it open, a full-blown cockroach ran into the oven. I said, I'm done. Done. Number 1, me, I can't do roaches. Period. Like, that's just, I can't do it. It freaks me out. It makes me crazy. Trauma. And so when I saw that, I said, I called the lady down at the office. At this very moment in time, they are like 95% done with moving our stuff into this roach motel. I called the lady at the office. She was like, oh, heck no. I'm coming over there right now. She hung up on me. So which is good. That's good customer service. So she came over here and she was like, oh, no, 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 no. This is trifling. She was like, I always do the walkthroughs. I didn't do a walkthrough on this one for whatever reason. But she was like, oh, no, 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 no. We got to get you out of here. We got to get you out of here right now. And she was like, come here, look at this unit right now. That's the unit that I'm in right now. The moment I walked in this unit, which was it was just across the street. The moment I walked in this unit, it was literally life. It was peace, it was life, it was God, and I can't explain it. And I'm thinking it as we're walking around the unit. And then she said it. She was like, there's something about this place. The energy is so different from being over there. She was like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just something about this place. And I could feel it in my spirit. And then when I went back to the Roach Motel, where the movers, fast forward. So now the movers have now just cut off shop, shut down shop. And before he did that, he says, oh, well, we can't put your beds together because we're out of time. We don't have time. And the last 15 minutes, because I'm clocking him. Every time he says a certain time that he got to be done with something, I'm clocking it because it's on my phone. Then all of a sudden they run out of time. They can't put the beds together. They can't do this. Then they overcharged me. They charged me, I think it was about $700 to move one storage unit and take it all upstairs and just sit it down. And then they had the audacity, because I did give them, he gave me some kind of discount for like $40, but it still ended up being $700. He then says, do us a Google review, and that's how you get your discount. So I did the Google review, and then, which was straight facts, like, hey, they were good customer service, they were professional. That wasn't a lie. However, they called me because I gave them 4 stars. Why did I give them 4 out of 5? Because no one's perfect, and plus you tried to talk me into a third person, which would be more money, and you still charged me more money than I was quoted on, period, point blank. So then the guy calls me, like, why did you give us a 4 out of 5? And I was like, sir, you're not perfect, like I'm not perfect. I don't ever give anyone a 5 out of 5. And then I let him know, hey, I'm in the process of moving for a third time in one day because I was in a Roach Motel. He didn't even acknowledge the fact that I was in distress. He didn't even say anything about that. He then goes back to, why didn't you give us a 5-star? Like, come on, man. Just because it's not about you, it ain't all about you. I'm sick of folks. So anyway, that happened. So we got out of the Roach Motel. So our things had to stay in the Roach Motel, our mattresses. The maintenance men ended up bringing our mattresses, just our mattresses, so we wouldn't have to sleep on the floor. But you know, if you leave your stuff around some roaches gonna get in your stuff. Sure enough, the next day they paid for new movers to move our stuff immediately the next morning, and there was a Black-owned Simple Moves, I believe is the name of them, Simple Moves. They're on Howdershell. Howdershell turns into Shackleford. I think it's Howdershell. Simple Moves. Shout out to them. That's in Florissant. Anyway, so they found them movers, and they moved our stuff, and I saw on my bed, my little bed frame. I said, oh my God. Because you know if a roach come, if it ain't just one. So I ended up seeing a total, like the first few days we were there, I seen up to 4. And they were all, and we got all our stuff unpacked, and they were all in random places. They came up here and they sprayed our place professionally, and I looked everywhere. I unboxed every box. I woke up in the middle of the night, because you know the freaks come out at night, the freaks being roaches. And they're all gone. So we didn't see any more bugs. I killed them all. They're dead. They're gone. They're done. It's been over a month now, and I haven't seen any bugs. Thank God they didn't get together to procreate, because that would have been another infestation, and then we have to just burn the whole place down. So thank God we didn't have to do that. But we're all moved in now. That's fast forward to the story. Now back to the basement. All right, so as far as living in a basement and living in the basement was like a full-blown house. If you have a basement and it has separate rooms, that's how their basement was. However, the room that I was in didn't have any windows. And then I really wanted to give them their space. I didn't want to be all up in their space. So I didn't really go upstairs like on the back end of the time that we stayed there. I used to go upstairs, and to get out of the house, you couldn't just go out of the house because they have a security alarm. They have a heavy security alarm system, as they should, because there's a lot of crime going on with people's houses and cars here in St. Louis. So it was just always, I had to always go through another party, a third party, to get in and out. So I chose to stay in for most of the time, or if I'm out, I think one day I stayed gone from like 6:45 to like 11 p.m. at night. I'm not even kidding. Because you just, when you're in other people's space, you want to accommodate as best as you could. So from being flooded out and put out, fighting with not fighting with lawyers, going back and forth with lawyers about my old townhouses, wanting to put me in a new townhouse and me saying no, and then them slamming me with $5,000 in charges, doing that, not having a car, renting a car for $1,000 because yep, that's how much it costs. Getting my new car breaking down immediately, waiting on that to get fixed, getting another rental car, still not being able to ride share in a rental car because it's not my car. And then after that, having to take Ubers everywhere for like a few days, and it's so expensive. Took the bus, took the Metro Link. At one point, to get assistance, I stood in line for 9 hours in the sweltering heat and sun, and then coming back, trying to get back in the gym. That's when I got back in the gym. I got back in the gym, got in there, didn't feel like being bothered by anybody because I was feeling fat and out of shape. And what else did I have going on? Spending all this money as it's coming in, it's going out because I have expenses, all these expenses that I'm taking care of, trying to be a parent, trying to work on myself, trying to love myself, trying to coaching chat, a mess. And then trying to find a place to stay because all the apartments in this school district were taken up. It was a full blown hellish disaster of a mess. Yet, I'm still here. So I'm still here and I'm back. And just to let you guys know, after this, I'm going to do some more videos. So you'll have more videos after this video if you're still even watching this video. This is just video of just me just talking about where I've been. And I'm just giving you guys a snippet. If I broke the thing down on what's been going on behind the scenes, all the meltdowns, all the crying sessions, all the anger, all the questions, all the wondering why this happened, because I'm going to tell y'all something. The flood, before the flood, like I said, I wasn't just Big Bang Hank. No. However, it was other stuff I was dealing with the townhouse. The townhouse was a mess in itself before the flood. So then once I got flooded out, it's like, okay, this is a blessing in disguise. This apartment it's so much nicer. It's smaller, but I have a room for a washer and dryer, which is a blessing in an apartment. I have my own private bathroom within my room. I haven't had that in years. Then we have another full bathroom. It's just hardwood floors are placed in a lot of places of the house. I really like that. I have a big, beautiful, nice patio, private patio that just, you can just open the doors and just let the sunshine in. I had the doors open all last night, just listening to the rain. It's so peaceful in here. And I'm just so grateful. However, I still have work to do. Absolutely. So I think the flood did a lot of great things. I got a lot of blessings out of it. And I've also got things happen that are coming at me that are not good. I'm in the middle of something right now. And I'm just like, well, what am I going to do about this? And then it's two more things stacking on top of that need to be handled too. But I'm just going to believe that it's going to work itself out because it has no other choice. As long as I'm doing the work, it'll work itself out. And so if you're going through something, if you've been through some kind of natural disaster, if you've been through a bad breakup, you've been with someone forever, if you've been through a divorce, whatever it may be, whatever trauma you might have in your life, all you can do is get on your hands and knees and pray, do your part, and just be hopeful that things will change because they have to. Because if you're at the bottom, there's nowhere else to go. You can't go any lower, knock on wood, I hope not. You can only go higher. So I guess that's just catching you guys up on what's been going on and where I've been. I've still been here, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've been seeing me. I've been on my stories most days of the week. So if you're still here, thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit the like button if you care. Go ahead and make sure you're subscribed, and I'll be having more videos coming up. And then, of course, my other YouTube channel that I'm going to start. So now what I'm going to do is go over to my TikTok, look at my TikTok, and then piggyback off those videos, because what I had been doing is doing little quick snippets, because they're only up to 3 minutes on TikTok. If you didn't know, now you know. And what I'll do is I'll pull those subjects and I'll bring them over here and elongate those videos. So that's what I'm about to go do. Go look on my TikTok, because I still have been doing TikTok videos too. So outside of that, guys, I think that's it. So just be on the lookout for new videos. Be on the lookout for me to be posting my furniture when I get it. I'm looking forward to getting this sectional because I think I found the one that I want. I've been looking, and I'm very particular about what I want because it needs to go with the theme of my tables. My girlfriend gave me, I love her. She is an awesome friend. Get you one. She bought me these 2 tables and they match. I'm looking at them now, but they match my dining room table, but she had never even seen my dining room table. And then so it looks, the legs and stuff are similar to that. That's what my dining room table legs look like. And then these other two tables look like that. And it was just perfect. And so I saw a sectional today and I was like, ooh, I really like that sectional. So I got to check the measurements in here, and I'm looking at it. I know it'll fit in here just fine, and then go from there. So outside of that, guys, if you want to book with me, buy a book from me, what else? Ask me a question if you want to. It's something else. Ask me a question, book a session, buy a book, or if you have a video, because I know the next video that I want to do, I already got a video request from one of my good girlfriends, is how to use your voice. And I've spoken on this before and I speak on it again. Speak on it, and I shall. So Coach B. Wiley is my website, coachbwiley.com. If you want to look for me on any social media platform, TikTok is your friend. Instagram is too. I'm in the shadow ban on Facebook. I don't even post on Facebook because there's no, I mean, there is a point. I was going to say there is no point. I have, I don't know, I think 2,600 followers on there. They've not fallen off. But out of the 2,600, as soon as I get on there, only 26 people, like 1% of the people, they only alert 26 people, which is crazy because they're trying to get me to spend money with them to boost my post in order to spread it out. Which, when I go on there organically, all 2,600 people should know I'm on there popping. But anyway, so it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm on all those things. And if you want to purchase a book, coachbwiley.com. You want to book with me, coachbwiley.com. Or you can go to mymentor.life and search Coach B. Well, don't search Coach, but search B. Wiley. All right, guys. Well, that was your update. That's where I've been. And now we're back to our regularly scheduled program. Talk to you later.